Join me as I dive deep into the story of Jesus' resurrection, and see if I can uncover all the key moments from the crucifixion to his appearances after rising. The resurrection of Jesus is without a doubt one of the most pivotal events in Christian theology. It's a story that has captivated millions for centuries, and its significance resonates deeply within the hearts of believers around the world. But what exactly led up to this extraordinary event, and what does it truly mean for our faith after Jesus was crucified? His followers were left in a state of utter despair. They had seen their beloved teacher, the one they thought was the Messiah, brutally killed by the Roman authorities. The trauma of that event was compounded by the sense of abandonment and hopelessness that followed. How could the one who was supposed to save them be defeated so brutally? The disciples were left to pick up the pieces of their shattered dreams, wondering if everything they had believed in was just a lie. Their doubts and fears were further fueled by the fact that Jesus' body was missing from the tomb. The Roman soldiers who had been tasked with guarding the tomb reported that the body had vanished, and the disciples were left to wonder if they had simply imagined the entire experience. It was as if their world had been turned upside down, and they didn't know how to make sense of it all. In the midst of this chaos, the disciples were faced with the daunting task of reconciling their shattered hopes with the reality of their situation. They had seen Jesus perform miracles, they had witnessed his power and authority, and yet, he had been beaten and killed. How could they make sense of it all? The disciples' struggle to come to terms with the crucifixion is a powerful reminder that even in the darkest of times, there is always hope. But for now, they were faced with the harsh reality of their own mortality, and the uncertainty of their future. The events of the crucifixion, as described in the Gospels, are both gruesome and poignant. The brutality of the Roman soldiers, the mockery of the crowds, and the abandonment of Jesus by his own people are all vividly described, painting a picture of a tragic event that would change the course of history. But it's not just the crucifixion itself that's significant, it's also the significance of the burial. Jesus' body was placed in a tomb, a symbol of defeat and loss, but also a reminder that death is not the end. The tomb would soon become a symbol of victory, as Jesus would rise from the dead, defying the very laws of nature. The resurrection appearances, as recorded in the Gospels, are nothing short of astonishing. Jesus appears to Mary Magdalene, to the disciples on the road to Emmaus, and to the apostles in the upper room. Each of these appearances is a testament to the power of God, and a demonstration of Jesus' triumph over death. In that moment, when Jesus first appeared to the disciples, something profound happened. Their despair was suddenly replaced with a sense of hope, their fear gave way to joy, and their uncertainty was replaced with conviction. The resurrection was not just a physical event, it was a spiritual transformation that would change the course of human history. As the disciples encountered the risen Jesus, they were transformed from the inside out. They went from being cowards to being bold witnesses, from being doubters to being believers. The resurrection was not just a one-time event, it was a catalyst for a movement that would spread across the globe. In the end, the resurrection of Jesus is not just a story, it's a testament to the power of God. It's a reminder that no matter how dark our circumstances may seem, there is always hope. And it's a declaration that death is not the end, it's just the beginning. The resurrection is the central event of Christianity, the pivot around which our entire faith revolves. It's a message of hope, of redemption, and of new life. And it's a message that continues to inspire and transform people to this day. What do you think about the resurrection of Jesus? Share your thoughts in the comments below. And if you're interested in exploring more about the life and teachings of Jesus, be sure to check out my next video on the importance of faith in the modern world.